Oh, big tech, they definitely love us, don't they, my friends? This is Tony. Hope you're all doing well. We're going to get into all the wonderful insanity going on around you right now. We got a ton of stuff to get into. We're going to start with Hollywood. Apparently, Hollywood, or particularly Disney, discovered to be doing something people didn't realize. We'll get into that. We're going to get into what's going on at Meta. We're going to get into what's going on with Siri, AI, and a ton of other stuff. Apparently new cars with certain technology that you're not aware of. We got the Carmelo Anthony insanity going on right now. Lots of people fighting over that. We'll get into that as well. And we got some other stuff to top it off at the end. Let's just get going here. Let's start with Disney. Apparently doing the exact same sequences in multiple movies. Check this out.
Animations throughout all of its movies. Hey guys, it's Jamie from Mario's team, and this video is for entertainment purposes only. If you're a big Disney movie fan, you might be a little disappointed to see this one. Apparently Disney has just been recycling the same animations throughout all of its movies. Check this out. The Jungle Book, Winnie the Pooh, it just basically uses the same exact thing. They just changed a few colors.
It's literally the exact. It's the exact same, man. Look at that.
There you go.
And it even goes farther. It still continues like that.
I mean, I guess that's an efficient way to...
They got even the dances. Oh my goodness. It is literally the exact same between those two movies. They're both hits too. Back when they were released. That's pretty insane, actually. I didn't even realize that. You got here Adam Sandler. Sparks parenting firestorm, says he'll raise his kids the traditional way, without the rainbow themes in cartoons. I think that's good. I mean, we got to be seeing a lot more of that. I mean, so much insanity with our culture these days. But I think it's a little bit more than just the rainbow now. We got also apparently a lot of things going on with culture, particularly at Meta. Look at this. Check this out. Let's just play this a little bit. I can't play that song. I know this song from it's from 2003. I remember when it came out. It's actually a pretty good song. But you got here Indians doing some dances at Meta. I talked about this the other day. We had a guy, a software engineer, that was laid off at Meta. He said that 90% of his coworkers were Chinese. They were literally speaking Mandarin in the office in America at Meta. They were purposely firing or laying off, according to him, anyone who wasn't Chinese. Then you got other departments, apparently, where they're doing Indian dances. What's going on at Meta, man? I'm curious how many people are actually, American at the company. That's kind of wondering of that a little bit. With the H-1B scandal that recently came out, they discovered in India that 100,000 plus degrees were all fake. A lot of these tech H-1B visa, degrees, the degrees they used to get them, were completely fake. And we cover that story in a different video. But I think that's kind of interesting considering how some people have noticed sometimes certain types of groups of Indian companies don't exactly know, what they're doing. And I've noticed that myself. Matter of fact, like I said before, first day of work as an engineer, very first day, very first task was fixing some drawings, engineering drawings, that an Indian firm screwed up. So it makes you wonder just how many of these people are actually qualified that come over here. And of course, I've seen also that if you ever criticize, particularly in some companies, they'll fire you saying it's racism, when they literally could have a fake degree and you wouldn't even know it in some cases. At any rate, we got a ton of stuff to get into. What's going on with mortgages, all these weird things with AI, Siri. We got BMW putting something in your car and a ton of other stuff, including this Carmelo Anthony insanity going on right now. Lots of people fighting and much more. First, I'm going to mention food supply, 25-year shelf life. Link is in the description. You're going to definitely want to get this if you've not already. You see all the insane stuff going on around you, Terminators, World War III, AI, whatever, you know what I mean? Like aliens. I'm going to be doing aliens on my other channel, by the way. Oh, and I found the most insane thing connected to aliens. I was like, what the hell? Dude, no way. I'm going to cover it over my other channel. It is, okay, so someone proposed, or someone kind of came up with a theory, and it was like, yeah, that sounds completely crazy. That's completely crazy, dude. And then I found evidence for it. I'm like, what? No way. You'll have to go check out the other video. It's totally insane. You're going to want to be prepared for whatever's next. Get this book here too, The Lost Ways, How Your Great-Great-Grandfather Lived Without Electricity. You're going to definitely need that when the power goes up for whatever reason that might be. It could be something as benign as a hurricane or as crazy as UFOs. I mean, benign. Obviously, it's not benign, but you get the idea. Go check it out. $37. Get the printed version. Go check us out on X. We're doing stuff over there. Check out our membership section below. All the above. Let's get back to the video we have here. The central banking system. This guy is claiming is a scam, extortion. The monthly mortgage payment comes out to $871 per month. He paid $5,340 over the last 8 months. The balance went from $170,100 to $168,550. So after making $5,340 in payments, balance only went down $1,550. So yes, the interest is put up front, but that doesn't make this any less of a scam. This guy's calling it a scam. Let's just check this out real quick.
I've paid £652.55p every single month for the whole year. The outstanding balance is $127,428. In a whole year, it's paid off £1,000.
Obviously, this is just the minimum that you pay a month, and at the end of the loan, after 30 years or however long this loan is, you'll start paying off a lot more principal. But this guy makes a valid point here. It's called immortalization. You pay your interest up front to pay off the loan faster and cheaper. You want to pay extra to the principal balance every month. So every month you want to pay extra. Obviously, when you get the house, you're probably pretty much not having a ton of money left over to add to the principal on top of your normal payment. But this is, the way you're supposed to do it if you want to pay it off faster. Obviously, a lot of people don't have that, but that's why it's called a mortgage. Mortier. That's where we get the word death from. Mortier, mortician, right? Mortgage. Death pledge. That's what it really means. Unfortunately, if he's got a 30-year mortgage, he's going to be paying for a long time. I don't know how he's got there, but then we got this story. Apple is releasing an update to Siri that will allow their AI agent to read every part of your phone. That includes your messages, emails, notes, etc., files, photos. This is fully, surveillance and data gathering. It's even in access to your health and location history. Okay, let's just play this and see what he says here.
Right? The drawback is that it appears Apple is going to force your phone and all the information contained therein, all of it, your files, your contacts, your notes, your email.
Of course, they're going to have it in the fine print when you clicked whatever super long agreement that they have on it. In the fine print, it'll say something about, hey, yeah, you're going to give us access to all your data. This is what it will be.
To be read by that AI agent.
But we value your privacy, right?
They're going to know all of your life.
Yeah, pretty much. Now, of course, like I said, you could probably opt out of this if you know what you're doing. That's another thing you need to pay attention to with new technology. Phones, computers, cars, even cars. Yes, check this out. This is BMW. You want to turn off anything and everything that's, going too far that they put in the fine print that you didn't notice. They're just expecting you to just hit, yeah, I agree. Okay, BMW cars are being equipped with interior cameras. They track eye gaze, head position, all right, and a lot of other things. Check this out. Let's play this real quick.
Well, BMW has gotten on the bandwagon with the whole surveillance thing. We have had BMWs for years, and my husband just got a new one. Beautiful car. I get in and looking at the apps, which everything is so freaking hard to find nowadays, and you've got this. I'm like, interior camera? What the fuck is an interior camera? Well, according to chat, it is a camera that can be, just watches you. Watches you in here. It can take screenshots. It can record. If you have the app, you can watch somebody that's driving your car, which is creepy weird. So I'm like, all right, where's the camera? Well, here's the camera. I mean, it's in plain sight, right there. See it? Right above, right there. So I just took a Amazon return to Kohl's, and when you get a return, they give you a coupon. Well, there is a little sticker. I just tore a piece off of it, and I'm gonna do what I do with my computer, because that's creeple.
Just like Mark Zuckerberg did on his laptop, right? Now, of course, what they don't tell you is that they're trying to put laws in place to where you had to have this in your car so that they can make sure you're not drunk. Okay? So they were trying to pass laws in some states. I talked about this before, where basically this would make sure you're okay. We got to make sure you're okay to drive that car. We got to check your eyes. We got to watch you at all times. Make sure you're okay. And then they even put like sensors in the steering wheel. Some cars, from what I understand, I don't think it's in the new models of Chevy. I don't know if it's in any of the new cars yet, but they're in development. Again, I used to be a mechanical engineer. I used to work on semi-trucks, designing semi-trucks, but that's not a car. But my dad worked at GM. He was working with the engineers on new prototypes, and he would bring home prototypes all the time when I was younger. But they're supposed to put sensors on the steering wheel. Oh, do I detect alcohol in your system? Dude, seriously? Is this a nanny state? Obviously, this is not the intent. So you have to think ahead. This is chess. They're like doing all these goofy things like this. Why are they really wanting to do this? Oh, so they can have full control of your vehicle. And then you won't own your vehicle. You'll rent your vehicle, which is, by the way, what they're doing with some of the new software, some of the new products like HP printers. Like, oh, you don't pay us $8 a month for your printer for no reason? So we're going to make it so your printer don't work. It just becomes a brick on your table there. So they're trying to get basically to the point where you're renting everything. You own, of course, nothing. And then they can watch you the entire time to make sure you're not drunk. Oh, you said something online? Oh, we'll turn your car off. You see what I mean? This is the kind of stuff they're wanting to do. It's very easy to see if you want to see it. To make sure British citizens realize what's going on, Palantir, or Palantir, that's how some people like saying it, can now build and run their fire, of course, arms registry, tracking the addresses and, medical files. They're so really obsessed with your medical files, by the way, as well. Map your digital footprint by trialing police systems. So they want to know every single thing you're doing. Okay? And I'm going to do a video on that too, by the way. They got these weird things going up in cities now where they track everything, including your license plate and stuff. And people are tearing them down. I'll get into that in another video. But track your physical movements by linking live number plate trackers. I mean, goodness gracious, why do they want to know every freaking thing about you? It's because the society is not doing what we want anymore. They're saying their opinions, and their opinions don't agree with our opinions. In other words, they want a dictatorship, is what they want, while pretending it's not. That's basically what they want. Of course, they're trying to slowly roll it in, thinking people are too dumb to see it. Process unverified intelligence by feeding anonymous tips and police notes about who you meet in automated linking models. Profile police officers using data matching tools, the activity scrape, device logs, vehicle uses, system login. So they get all this insane amount of data, and then they know everything about you. Like literally every second of the day or something. This is what they want to do. Okay? But I don't think it's going to go forward, because everyone's going to see through this. It's too obvious. The internet is a problem for them. This is why Britain did what they did with the Online Safety Act. This is why they can't go anywhere. Like, we want to put all this stuff in place, but people are too smart now. They got the internet. Oh, we got to stop that speech online. It's hateful. because you're going against what we want. See what I mean? This is what they're trying to do. It's not rocket science, but they're hoping you don't see all this, of course. Getting on to some other things here. You got Osmongold reacts to black people who are defending Carmelo Anthony. Check this out. Let's play this real quick.
And we're going to have just some real conversations about race in this country.
We're going to have some real conversations because it looks like some of these black people are racist as fuck. They're racist as fuck, and they're choosing a tribal connection with some other person that would stab them. Like, by the way, Carmelo Anthony would have stabbed her. He would have stabbed somebody else. He's a psycho. It's not like...
See, this is what it is. They're being, you got this tribal mentality when these people, particularly that are doing stuff like Carmelo did, don't you understand that they might do it to you? Right? This is not about color. This is about ethics. It's about actions. It's about criminal behavior.
This dude is on your side because he's black. Like, you know who the biggest victim?
Yeah, this is not a team sport thing, okay?
of black violence are? It's black people.
Exactly. 100%. I totally agree with him on that. That is the case. I mean, it really is the case. And here, this is kind of interesting. This came from Elijah here. This is pretty funny what happens. Family members of Carmelo Anthony assaulted me and my crew. Let's just watch this real quick. Check this out. Let's play this.
Free Carmelo. You guys support Carmelo? Yes? Yes? We're just here with press just to record and talk to you guys and see what's going on. Okay. Okay. It's a free country. You're in public. You're in public. Okay. Okay. Well, you're in public. I'm just asking. Yeah.
Bitch, go!
Whoa.
Hey, move the camera, bro. They don't want to.
It's free speech. It's free speech. Why are you throwing stuff at us? Yeah, why are you throwing stuff at us? What the hell is that? All right, well, they're throwing water bottles at us while we're recording. By the way, there's signs right here that says, self-defense is not a crime. Carmelo Anthony should do no time. And there's also this sign right here says, hands off. And this sign says, we stand with you. I believe this is about Carmelo as well. And you'll see a picture right here of Carmelo Anthony. These are pictures probably from his Instagram. Self-defense is not a crime. So that's basically with the tensions being high here. You can see.
Oh my goodness, man. This is so crazy. Like, they didn't even know his opinion. They had just assumed because he's not for Carmelo, he must be on the other side, which might be a safe assumption in this case. But you don't need to be throwing stuff at people. You don't need to be yelling at them and acting all crazy for no reason, right? So then you have this story. Apparently, this just came out. One of the people paid by the leftist Southern, Poverty, of course, Law Center was an organizer of the 2017, we're talking Charlottesville, that whole rally they had there, which was used by Democrats as a hoax to paint the white Supremes to be larger than it is. So literally, the group that's exposing this was paying the people funding or organizing it. So they paid the guy organizing it, and then they're like, oh, look at this scary group over here that we just paid to organize for. This is the kind of stuff they're doing. It's so ridiculous. Yeah, here we go. 6 counts of wire fraud, 4 counts of false statements, federally insured bank, 1 count of conspiracy to commit concealment. Money laundering. What an upstanding group there, my friends. We had also other groups like this getting exposed recently. This is what's going on in California. We got Nick Shirley here going to Doris's house because apparently she voted in 51 elections and she's 126 years old. And she had no idea she was doing any of this, and she had no idea she was 126 years old either. Check this out. Let's play this.
So how old is this person who's eligible to vote here inside the United States, inside the state of California?
126 based on the Secretary of State.
And this is Doris.
Yeah.
And now we're going to see if Doris is home. Are you Doris?
She's right here. Yes.
Hello, Doris.
Yes.
How are you doing?
I'm good.
We're just going through the voting rolls here, and we're just confirming anybody who's above the age of 100 years old. And right here it says you're 126 years old.
No, you got the wrong house. That's a lie.
Are you Doris? Inglewood?
Yeah, but you got the wrong house. I'm doing but you got the wrong place. That's the wrong information, all that stuff. No, that's wrong.
Oh, here, I can show you if you like.
No, it's just that it's wrong.
How come you think here in California they're just messing up on all these voting rolls here?
I don't know, because I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it says you voted in 51 elections, Doris.
No, not me.
Really?
I'm not no 100-something years old.
I know.
I said I wasn't.
I just want to make sure you're not 126 years old.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, it really does say you're 126 years old here.
No.
Says,
Who did this be 126? That don't even make sense.
I know. That's what the Secretary of State says.
Well, the Secretary of State is wrong.
We've seen this numerous times at this point. It's getting comical how much of this there is. Just completely made up numbers of people, their age, people that are already dead, voted 51 times. They never voted once in their life, or maybe they only voted 5 times or whatever it might be. And of course, they're not really interested in fixing it, seems like, either, are they? Not really. Oh, they're more concerned about making sure no one talks about it, though. That seems to be more what they're interested in. Don't talk about the fact this is happening on ridiculous scales all across America. Don't talk about that, right? Anyway, you got that. Then you got this 144 years of construction, one vision. Tomorrow, the Tower of Jesus is inaugurated, and the cross finally rises above Barcelona. A cross in the sky of Barcelona, history of faith, beauty, all eyes on the cross. This is actually a beautiful church. Check this out. They've had a lot of insane churches like that. Actually, here, let me cut off the music. You might not have been able to see that first part if it had a copyright. I don't know. But here's the church. The cross. Kind of amazing looking. And they spent 144 years building it. There's a lot of these awesome churches from the medieval times as well, where they spent many, many years building them. Let's pull it back to here. Here we go. And just amazing. Of course, you also have that statue of Jesus being built in Armenia. They're still in the process of doing that. But again, I'm going to be covering over my other channel about Steven Spielberg claiming, faith debate online. And what's really interesting is the new information I found out about, which I'm going to cover on my other channel. You're going to definitely want to see it. It's getting connected to something you would never anticipate. And at first I thought it was crazy until I actually saw the evidence that it's true, or at least appears to be true. I'm going to get into that over my other channel. And there's a reason why he only mentioned Christianity is going to get their faith challenged, which I don't think is going to be the case at all. I think this is just their plans because they want to get rid of, our religion. They want to get rid of apparently people that are native, to the West. It seems to be what they're trying to do, which makes no sense because we built a lot of the good things in the world. Why would you want to get rid of us? A good question. Anyway, that's my video. Kind of wonder what some of you guys think. Let me know. Well, actually, let me show you this too. I don't know if you guys saw this or not. The Bible, and this is actually important. I think I should, here, I'll put this in here too. The Bible, science, and other sources of uncomfortable truth are now crimes in Canada and UK. See, this is what I'm talking about. So Canada's new bill to restrict hate, of course, speech would remove protections for the Bible, meaning that posting or carrying a placard quoting Leviticus, is probably referring to 18 or 21, or other scriptures condemning rainbow behavior, which of course those are subject to interpretation. I think the one that's a little bit more an issue would be Romans 1, I think, right? I'm not sure. Or possibly even claiming there are two genders. Would be considered hate, of course, speech, a jailable offense. I think people have the right to their opinion, you know what I mean? Like if you think this way, then you have the right to think this way. You have the right to carry the Bible around. England was built on Christianity, from what I understand. At least the modern, or at least it was, right? Canada as well. The fact that a baby is living, breathing human life. Scientific textbooks will tell you that there's only 2, of course, genders. It's kind of interesting, right? And UK made over 12,000 arrests under these, what was it? The Online Safety Act, section 127. So this is the kind of stuff going on right now. Sucks, but I believe God is going to turn this around, man. It sounds like it's not possible, but we did have our country rededicated back to God already, to Jesus, actually, more specifically. We even had the guy that plays Jesus in that TV show, The Chosen, speaking at the event. Anyway, that's my video. I kind of want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comment section below, and thanks for watching.